So let's say I need to figure out the first and last host address of this subnet. So 10.30.53.41/28. So I'm immediately going to be interested in this portion. This is the CIDR notation. And this basically just says the number of bits that are in the network portion. So basically in the subnet mask, the first 28 bits are going to be the network portion. So let's write out subnet mask. Let's basically just write out 28 ones. So let's just do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's the first octet. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, second octet. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, third octet. 25, 26, 27, 28. So those are all the network bits, and the rest of the bits are going to be host bits, and they're going to be represented using zeros. So we'll just do 0, 0, 0, 0. And that's the 4 octets. So I'm just going to label them. So I'm just going to label this blue. This is the network portion. I'm going to label this the host portion red. Okay. And we could convert that to denary if you wanted, but in this case it probably wouldn't help us, so I'm just going to leave it in binary form. So we can see the first 3 octets. The first 3 octets are all network. They're all part of the network. So this bit, this blue bit. So we actually don't really need to worry about these because they're going to be the same throughout this subnet. They're going to remain the same throughout this subnet no matter what host the IP address is assigned to. So the octet we're interested in is this one, the 41, because it's got host bits in it. So for each host, it will be different. As the host changes, this octet will change. So we need to figure out the first and last addresses in this subnet, and this octet is kind of the key in this particular case. So I think what will help us is if we take 41, which is in this octet, convert that to denary, and that will be useful to see. So let's convert 41 in denary, which I have written down here, which is 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. And what will help here is if I highlight the network portion and the host portion. So, change your razor. If we do the first address in the subnet first, we basically assume that all the host bits, all these red bits, are 0. So let's write out this binary again, but set all these host bits to 0. So 0, 0, 1, 0. And instead of 1, 0, 0, 1, it's going to be 0, 0, 0, 0. And I'll just re-highlight the blue network bit and the red host bit. And now we can convert this binary number to denary. So this in denary is going to be, so that's table writing, in denary, it's a bit better. This in denary is going to be 32. And therefore, we can determine that the network address, which is the first address in the network that identifies the subnet, network network address is going to be 10.30.53. None of that changes for this particular subnet. But this last octet is going to be 32. So this kind of identifies the network. This is our network identifier or subnet identifier. So that's cool. And now we need to figure out the broadcast address. So in this case, we're going to do, if I just do like a separator here, we're going to do exactly the same as above. We're going to take this octet, we're going to do 0010, network portion staying the same as before. But instead of setting all of these host bits to zeros, we're going to set them all to ones because we want the last address in the subnet. So we're going to do 1111, and that's going to be the host section. So the same as before, convert it to denary. In denary, this is, can I do that in my head? 32 plus 8 is 40, plus 4 is 44, plus 2 is 46, 47. So the broadcast address is 10.30.53.47. And if we want to find the usable range, so the network range that is used by the hosts within the network, we have to take one away from each of these, because these two addresses are unusable by hosts on the network. They're reserved for the operation of the network. So the network address is actually the default gateway. That's reserved as the default gateway for the network. And the broadcast address, kind of self-explanatory. It's used to broadcast to all other devices on the network. So all we have to do is, if I just move this, to get the first usable host, we just have to take one away from the network address, -1. So the first, sorry, we're going to be adding 1, my bad. +1. First host address is going to be 10.30.53.33. So we add 1. And the broadcast address, the last usable host address, is going to be this -1. So that's going to be last host address 10.30.53.46. So the usable range for this subnet is going to be 10.30.53.33 all the way up to and including 10.30.53.46. So, and that's it. Hope that helped, and yeah, see you soon.